The Case of Daniel Morcombe. Prologue. In the suburbs of Queensland, Australia, in the golden summer of 2003, a 13-year-old boy named Daniel James Morcombe vanished. He was a typical teenager, liking skateboards, enjoying time with friends, looking forward to the future. The disappearance would send shock waves across the country, stir widespread publicity and grief, and eventually lead to a long, painstaking investigation and a trial that would bring justice, though not before many people suffered. This is not a story of miraculous rescue. It is a story of persistence, of unanswered questions, of a young life lost, and of the lengths to which families, investigators, and communities will go to find the truth. Chapter 1. The day Daniel disappeared. It was December 7th, 2003, a Sunday. Daniel had planned to go on a bus to meet friends at a shopping center. He never showed up. His family waited. As daylight slipped away, worry turned to alarm. Daniel was last seen near an unofficial bus stop under the Keel Mountain Road overpass in Morcombe on Queensland's Sunshine Coast. Witnesses saw him at about 2:10 p.m. Wikipedia. That evening, when he hadn't returned home, his disappearance was reported. The local community rallied. Posters, pleas in newspapers and on radio, efforts to search local bushland. But as hours turned to days and days turned to months, there was no sign of Daniel. Chapter 2. Early investigation and community response. From the beginning, law enforcement treated Daniel's disappearance as a possible abduction. The Sunshine Coast Police were involved immediately, supported by the Queensland Police Service. The family, especially Daniel's parents Bruce and Denise Morcombe, were at the forefront, organizing search parties, contacting media, reaching out for support. The case caught national attention. Posters, billboards, pleas from local television, even crying out to anyone who might have seen something. Meanwhile, police checked every tip. Possible sightings, strange behaviors, suspicious persons. They followed leads, sometimes cold and unreliable. But everyone was important to Daniel's parents. The emotional toll was enormous. Every day was a mixture of hope and fear, possibility and the dread of what the worst outcome might be. Chapter 3. Turning Point. Discovery years past. It was not until 2005 that bones were found near the Glasshouse Mountains in bushland off Kings Road. Wikipedia forensic analysis, including DNA comparison, confirmed that those remains were Daniel's. The moment of confirmation brought grief, but also the relief of knowing that the truth, in part, had been found. As the remains were recovered, the investigation shifted from missing person to homicide. Law enforcement now focused on who took Daniel, what happened to him, and ensuring the perpetrator was found and prosecuted. Chapter 4. The suspect and the case builds. The major suspect that emerged was Brett Peter Cowan, a man with a criminal history. Over time, multiple pieces of evidence connected Cowan to Daniel's disappearance and murder. Among these were forensic evidence and witness testimonies. Cowan's profile, background, whereabouts, previous offenses, each became part of the mosaic the prosecution assembled. Wikipedia, Daniel's remains had been found in a remote area accessible via a road known to some locals. Investigators pursued connections between Cowan and those geographic areas. They checked mobile phone records, vehicle sightings, and every scrap of physical evidence. Chapter 5. The trial. Eventually, Cowan was arrested and charged with murder, indecent treatment of a child under 16, and interfering with a corpse. Wikipedia, the trial took place in 2014. During the trial, the evidence presented included forensic findings linking Cowan to the remains and crime scene, testimonies from people who had seen Cowan in relevant locations and at relevant times, behavioral evidence, Cowan's past interactions, previous offenses, and consistency with the pattern of events. The defense argued various points, but in the face of mounting evidence, the jury found Cowan guilty on all counts. Wikipedia. He was sentenced to life imprisonment, with the possibility of parole after 20 years. The verdict was a moment of vindication for Daniel's parents, a validation of their years of searching, waiting, hoping, and yet it could never fully undo the loss. Wikipedia Chapter 6. The Aftermath and Legacy. Daniel Morcombe's case left an imprint far beyond the courtrooms and police stations. His parents, notably, became strong advocates for missing and vulnerable children. They established the Daniel Morcombe Foundation, which focuses on child safety education, raising public awareness, and supporting law enforcement in preventing similar tragedies.